What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, and so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, we'll look at look at market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we check out prices in details, and after that, we check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, excuse me for a second. Okay, that's better. My phone was dying out. Well, before that, guys, there's a question I was asked yesterday, and I think people getting confused. Okay, what is important here with some kind of nonsense? Okay, some kind of nonsense. Everybody here, most people you talk to, they are busy trying to get that short term. I think people have been spoiled so much with stories of people making like the guy with Shiba Inu, for example, that made I don't know how many millions or billions of dollars out of what was it, $100 or $200 investment, something like that. People have been spoiled so much with that kind of stuff. And it is hard for you to tell somebody that the real money, if you want to make money, it is really when you find something before anybody does. And that something does not have to be a lottery. Everybody plays the lottery. Hell, I play the lottery. But guess what? What are the odds that I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm the winner? What are the odds? It's not impossible, but yeah, the odds are there. But if you put let's just say you replace the lottery with something like gold. Okay, you buy gold today, it's guaranteed that in 20 years gold will be higher in price than it is today, because the way the commodity, the cell phones you use, there's a lot of things, the jewelry, people are going to use gold as a store of value or whatever that is. Okay, what am I saying? Where am I going with this? Kaspa is not just for the moment. Kaspa is a store of value. The same thing you look at when I tell you Quant is not just for the moment. If you're looking at price action that will go boom from 0 to 100 like an F1 Formula car, it's not going to be Kaspa. It's not going to be Quant. The issue here is you get projects that are hyped. Okay, because those of you asking, why am I saying Kaspa is not going to go from 0 to 100 in 5 seconds? Because one, it's not hyped. Kaspa does not pay people. Kaspa does not pay for marketing. Kaspa doesn't do that. Same goes to Quant. I don't know anybody. If you know anybody that gets paid by the Quant team, let me know, because I would love to get paid too. I want to get paid too. But the difference is that one, we are in a journey. Okay, first of all, I want to thank all of you. For those of you who subscribe, we just hit the milestone. We made it to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. But anyways, hopefully we can get it to 5 or 10,000 subscribers. Anything, we chug along at a time. Okay, I know many people will not find value on these videos until the time comes. Trust me, it will be like, oh crap, I should have been listening to that guy who is busy yabbing online about this Kaspa, about this Quant, and about this Jasmine stuff. But anyways, what am I saying? Like, Kaspa is not just a momentary thing. For my time being in this space, I have come across projects that were so bullish, so fundamental, I mean, back then you thought, yeah, this thing is going to go places. Okay, but somewhere along the road, somewhere, I don't know what happened to them. So many examples I can give you. Reef Finance. You guys do know, you remember what was Reef Finance, right? What happened to Reef today? If you've been in the space, you will remember Glitch Protocol, right? It was so revolutionary for you. Each time it wasn't funny. It had ended up being a lending platform. So like things like that happen. Therefore, that is why when we talk about people who want just the momentary, the spur of the moment, I will tell you, hey, start watching Solana. Because Solana, for example, just like interest rates, Solana, every 99.9% of people out there, they believe in money trickling down. Okay, they believe money is going to go from Bitcoin to Ethereum and Ethereum to Solana and blah blah blah. Okay, that's what they believe. Therefore, they are going to try to front run that market. And what do I mean by front run? People are going to buy Ethereum now, expecting it to run after Ethereum has run. And they will tell you, yeah, look at it, it's running now. No. The reason why it's going to run is because people front running it, buying it, expecting it to go higher. That's why the price is going to shoot. The same thing that like I've been saying about interest rates. People are not going to realize that due to the situation we are right now on this macroeconomy, cutting rates is not good at all. Okay, but since we are all been stuck in that loop on that, every time the Fed cuts rates, market is going to run. Therefore, people are going to run into any kind of assets, Bitcoin, gold, Ethereum, Kaspa, all that stuff. People are going to buy as crazy as they can because they're about to cut interest rate. That buying that they're doing is what's going to push the price. Bitcoin 150, 160,000, thereabout. Kaspa hitting anything above $1 at $1 to $3 in the short term. You are going to see all that stuff happening. Okay, but once they realize, like, okay, they cut interest rate, but it ain't happening like we thought. It's basically the opposite of what we thought. The sell-off is going to be monumental. So yeah, but when you start to talk about what we are, the peep talk today is that Kaspa is not just a momentary thing. Because Kaspa, when you look at it, smart contract get delayed. That is even more bullish, because by the time, let's just say the market starts to go down and you release smart contracts on Kaspa, that is going to be a bullish thing. Igra Lab comes in, another bullish thing. Then you have Sparkle, another bullish thing. Projects migrating left and right to Kaspa, another one. So Kaspa has bullish over bullish over bullish. I mean, like, things are going to be so. The only thing I can say is sit tight. Those of you who don't believe, who think like, yeah, it is done for it, you are in for a surprise. Because as we speak right now, okay, as we speak, if you go look at online analytics on Kaspa, wallets with more than 10,000, with 10,000 Kaspas or more, the same amount I've been asking you guys to buy, wallets with 10,000 Kaspas or more has started increasing. They have started increasing, going up like crazy. You might be saying the same. Like, I was looking at them, I said, like, well, maybe other people trying to front run the market, like, oh, once smart contracts come out, it's going to be bullish, and let's see, maybe they try to buy it until it gets to 25, 30 cents, and they're going to sell. Who knows? But it is undeniable when you look at it, like, the number of wallets holding more than 10,000 Kaspas for the past few days have been skyrocketing to the highest. The bullish part of it is that number of wallets who has been holding Kaspa for the past 2 years without selling a single Kaspa, guilty, is also increasing. It's also increasing. And when you start looking at it, you start seeing people coming out like, okay, this is the kind of project we are building out. I think you guys do remember there was a project on Ethereum layer or something. I forgot what the name was. But This project, it was going to execute smart contracts in a way that you did not need no bridges or none of that. At the end, it couldn't work. It couldn't work with them because the technology on Ethereum was complex on that one. It couldn't work. That same guy, I think it's the same guys who are also coming on Kaspa right now trying to build this project called CoinWeb or something like that. CoinWeb, solving situations, solving problems that we really need in the crypto space. Problems like, for example, I have Bitcoin and I want to convert it to, let's say, to Kaspa. Okay? Do you know how many bridges you have to go through before that transaction is done? Or maybe you have Bitcoin and you want to convert it to Solana. Do you know how many bridges you have to go through before that transaction is completed? And at the end of the day, instead of you having the whole Bitcoin, you are going to end up with 75% of a Bitcoin. Okay, because we all know the fees on Bitcoin network are high. Then you have to convert that probably to Ethereum or probably to a USDT. The fee is high. And then after that, you have to try to get it on Solana, blah, blah, fees also high. And also don't forget, the entire thing is time consuming. Don't forget that. But CoinWeb, okay, for me, like I said, I want to see it work. The way they're explaining it on paper, because they had an AMA with the XXIM podcast, and the way they explained it is so crazy that you won't even need bridges. It's going to be a straight shot from whatever chain that you want it from to whatever chain that you want it to. A straight shot. And using the Kaspa speed and everything else is going to be right before you could even blink. So yeah, interoperability, like I was telling you guys, the people saying trilemma, I'm saying quadrilemma, because remember, I was telling you guys that Kaspa is going to be that fourth interoperability thing. It's going to be in it. Okay, Kaspa is falling, the quadrilemma. It's people are already coming with this kind of things, and then you do know that in the crypto space we need this. We need it to be able to move from one chain to another without having, have a hassle. Those of you remember when ZK rollups, when ZK rollups came up, did you test it? I was part of the testnet, and man, it was a hassle to play around with this thing. You trying to go from ZK whatever to Ethereum, and then Ethereum back to this one, then you have to go through Polygon because this one was too expensive. It was a hassle. Okay, and you also know sometimes, let's say you have Ethereum and you have Bitcoin. Okay, moving Ethereum is easier than moving a Bitcoin, right? So let's just say right now you have the Bitcoin and you want to move it. Easiest way, put it on Ethereum and then go back, convert it back to Bitcoin. It's easier moved that way. Now it's going to be so easy with Kaspa. Very easy for you to be able to do that. And the transaction fees, of course, Kaspa miners are going to get it. So yeah, Kaspa is coming out. Projects have started to show heads. People have started to be like, okay, this is not something that anybody thought of. This is something way different than anybody was expecting. And that's why I keep telling you guys, yeah, it might not show up right now. You will not understand it right now. You will not understand it right now. Why? I have been telling you, you need that generational wealth. Look at Kaspa. You might not get it. It's just like when Ethereum came out and people were talking about smart contracts being on Ethereum, everybody was laughing, right? Because people were used to Bitcoin, and they were calling Ethereum the knockoff version of Bitcoin. That's what they were calling it. But if you really think about it, let's just say you only had $10,000 when Ethereum came out. Where was Kaspa? I mean, where was Bitcoin? Excuse me for a second. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Let's see here. I'm trying to see something right quick. Where is the search? Let me see. Ethereum, this guy. Let's see when it went live. I'm trying to see when Ethereum went live, because this is the max chart. This was August 18, 2015. Okay, 2015, August 18. Where was BTC at that time? Let's see here. Bitcoin max chart. This is 2017, August 18, $225. That was where Bitcoin was. Okay, and Ethereum at that price when it went live, it was $2.83. Okay, so let's just say you had just $10,000. Okay, let me show you something. I'm trying, because like sometimes you need to be able to do this kind of stuff and people to understand. Let's say you only had $10,000. Bitcoin divided by 225, you were only going to get 44 Bitcoins, right? Now, okay, 44 Bitcoin. Let's just take the most recent all-time high, which is $120,000 or 119. I think it went 100. What was it? 123. Let's see the most recent all-time high of Bitcoin, because that of Ethereum, I think it got close to $5,000, if I'm not correct. I think it got close to $5,000. But that of Bitcoin, BTC, most recent all-time high. What is it? 123, I think it is. Okay, so let's see. Times $123,000. So yours, $5.4 million. Okay, that's where it was. Now, $10,000. Okay, divided by it was 285, right? 2.85. You have 3,000 Ethereums. Ethereum went up to almost $5,000 approximately, times $5,000. See, this is what I am telling you. Did you see that? So if you would have put at the same time that Bitcoin, when Ethereum came out, if you would have decided, like you say, you know what, instead of me putting my money on Bitcoin, I am going to bite the bullet. The same amount of money, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to buy Ethereum, because Ethereum has something that Bitcoin did not have. You would have turned $10,000 into $17 million versus you holding just Bitcoin, and you would have turned that into just what, 5 million or something like that, like we just saw. Okay, so now that a lot of people would tell you that was different times, which is true. Those were different times. We didn't have a lot of exposure. We didn't have a lot of things. That is also comes together with my mentality when I tell you, if you did not buy Bitcoin below $10,000, stay away from it. That was different time. Now let's put Bitcoin on the side, and now we're gonna do it with Kaspa. Ethereum versus Kaspa. Let's do that. You already know where this is going, right? You already know. If you bought Bitcoin below 10,000, keep your Bitcoin. Don't touch it. Leave it right there, because it's also part of that generational wealth we are talking about. But the same situation is coming now. Like I just said, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, or whoever you want to call, the most basic layer ones out there, coming with Kaspa. What do you see? Kaspa is going to work different, and that different is what developers need. You're about to see a mass exodus of developers from different chains all the way to Kaspa. You're about to see that. Most people don't see it because they are so stuck into what you hear somebody like the other guy said, what's his name? Tom Lee said the other day, oh, Ethereum to $60,000. Yeah, I scratched my head. I did. Because, like, let's see, how many competitors does Ethereum have? Yeah, there may be knockoffs version of Ethereum. They have not been able to achieve better than Ethereum in most things other than trying to lower the transaction and the speed, and that's it. They have not been able to scale the way it's supposed to. The only one really right now doing things that Ethereum was supposed to be doing but it's not doing is Kaspa. It's the only one. And now, for Ethereum to get to that 60,000, the rest of the coins like Solana and the rest of them, even Kaspa, must not even move an inch. Yet, people are falling for it. Because yeah, all they see is that green candle. They're falling for it. And if you go do your little research and see the way Kaspa works, compared to the way that Ethereum works, you are going to laugh just like me. Because again, all it takes, my friends, is for smart contracts to go live. For people to realize like, yeah, Ethereum is full of shit. The technology that you stole from Jonathan and you tried to implement it, the real originator now comes out with his own thing, implementing that technology the way it was meant to work. You tell me, because for me it looks like Ethereum is the knockoff version of Kaspa. So yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay, people are just going to realize it when it's a little, not even a little, when it is too late. When it is too late. Because right now, everybody and their grandmama is stuck to that green candle chasing mode that they are not even looking at it. Smart contract don't come out. Ooh, the whole chicken coop. Everybody over there crying about it. But again, they forget. When you talk about Lightning Network, they had a lot of failures. They did. If you was in the space, you will understand it. They had. Everybody has their up and down, but when it gets working, you will understand what we are talking about. Therefore, Kaspa is not just a moment. It's not just for the moment. Like meme coins. Meme coins are for the moment. First come, first serve. Let's say a meme coin launches today and it is 0.0001 or whatever, and you get in there today. It's risky. Yeah, you get in. When everybody and their grandmama starts to get it, and the price goes from 4 zeros and a 1 to let's say 2 zeros and a 1, you that got in, you got enough money. You get out. But most people, since they are too greedy, they never get out. They round trip. That's what usually happens. And that is what we call a coin that is for the moment. Because those kind of things, they depend on somebody hyping on them, somebody tweeting about them. They don't have utility. Kaspa is different. It's a different animal. The same thing when you talk about Quant. People say, there's somebody say, why you keep talking about Quant? It's not this, it's not that, blah blah blah. And I'm looking at him saying, you know, the same situation. When you look at money, for example, there was like, okay, how many nuggets of gold are equal to 3 goats or 3 chickens or 3 cows? Somebody came out with a version like, you know what, instead of trading your gold, use silver. Trust me, they were laughing at that person when it started. Until they realized like, okay, silver is less heavier, it's easier to carry around, blah, 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 right? So silver came into space. The same thing, whoever they started with the IOU paper as money, people were laughing about it. Until they realize like, okay, I think the IOU is better than carrying silver all around. Then you shift to the fiat currencies, the dollar, the euro, the euros, the yuan, whatever you want to call them. People were laughing at it too, right? Nobody wanted to do nothing about it. Fast forward today, people came out with credit cards. Nobody wanted to use them until they realized, okay, a piece of plastic, I can hold $3 million in a piece of plastic versus having a container full of $100 bills, right? The same thing. When you start looking at that, first came out Bitcoin, okay? Then came out Ethereum, and people like, okay, Ethereum is doing better than Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Until right now you have Kaspa. Same thing. Financial system, Quant. Everybody else is looking at it. Nobody's going down the carpet to really analyze what Quant is all about. Once you get under that rabbit hole and you analyze what Quant is all about, you will, trust me, you'll be much, many of you will be even more bullish than I am right now on Quant. And that's what it is. You got to choose projects that are not just for the moment. That's why I call them generational wealth. It's not just for the moment. I've said it here time after time. Quant will be one of the most expensive tokens in the cryptocurrency history. And you will see. You will see. By November, ISO 2022 or whatever you call those things, 222 is going to be a standard. Okay? By then, we'll probably be in the bear market. Market is going to crash. It's okay if it does, because if market crashes, I'm buying more Quant. I've already told you guys. By the next bull run, you will start to see. You will start to see things go to a different way. Kaspa is a different thing, because right now, if developers, like I've said here many times, developers don't care about your feelings or anything else. They care about where their project is going to perform way better and where their project is going to make them more money. It's that simple as that. There's no two ways about it. And Kaspa presents that opportunity. So yeah, price is still down. Smart contracts are not in yet. Binance, Coinbase, and the rest of them big exchanges have not listed Kaspa, although they have already started to show the signs. Once they do that, you will regret not getting Kaspa at this price. Once the ISO 222, however you call it, goes live and is completely adopted, you will regret not having Quant in your portfolio. You'll cry about it. Many people keep asking about XRP, and I keep telling you XRP is not the way. XRP is using people as exit liquidity. That's what's happening. Until that supply from the devs' pockets doesn't go below 5%, XRP is not going to move like we want it to move. It's not. And by the time they do that, it's going to be too late, because many projects, XRP is already lagging behind due to competition. So yeah, it's coming. It is going to be there, and a lot of you will understand what I have been trying to tell you for months now, even years right now, trying to tell you. You need to position yourself into those life-changing projects before they actually take off. That is that is the easiest thing than done, because everybody and their grandmama is busy trying to find them green candles. Instead of knowing, guys, you chase green candles, you get hot potatoes. You chase innovation, you get green candles. And that's how it is. You look at those innovations, look at where the whole system is going to. I told you, get yourself out of the picture. For you to see the picture correctly, get out of that frame. Look at it from outside. Look at it. Once you do, you will realize a lot of things. Stablecoin Act got passed. Okay? Just by simple looking at the DeFi llama, for example. Why do you think Tron is moving more stablecoins than Ethereum? Why do you think so? Why do you think Tron is moving more stablecoins than Solana? Now, when you start to look at that kind of stuff, you start to compare Tron or Kaspa. Which one is better? And why do you think Kaspa is going to move more stablecoin than all of them combined? It is going to start making sense. It's going to start making sense. Banking system. I show you. You guys know the ISO 222 is going live. At the middle of that thing, what is sitting in there? I've shown you that picture here so many times. Guess what is sitting at the middle of that? Quant. Sooner than later, that thing is going to pick up. And once it starts picking up and running, you will regret not buying Quant at this point. You will. Because Quant, Kaspa, and the tokens that we are talking about in this channel, they are not just the spur of the moment. Those are generational wealth. Things that are going to go beyond the time that most people are expecting to just, trying to make a quick cash. And that's, by the time you realize that, it's going to be too late. You're going to hear, oh, Kaspa ETFs, because yeah, big money will notice. You're going to hear, oh, Quant ETFs. Big money will notice. And the best thing to do is try to get in there, okay? Is trying to get in there before big money notices what's going on. That's the best thing to do. But well, I'm not your financial advisor, right? Go and chase them green candles. When you start seeing your peeps and everybody around you going around in a Lambo because they listen, do not get bitter. Don't hate. Accept, put on your big boys pants and and realize you fucked up. It's that simple. Okay? Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. To do that, we're going to need our good friend Crypto Bubbles. Let's see. See, like I told you, CRO, PIF Network, these guys are burning their tokens. That's why this price is shooting up. Okay? We don't know how much they're going to burn or when they're going to stop. But yeah. You're about to see that hot potato. It's going to happen. Because if you look, let's see, CRO. Go to CRO right quick. I'm trying to show you right quick. Let's go and search CRO right here. CRO. Look, this is what's happening. Price wasn't moving like everybody was expecting. If you go look at the news, they started thinking about, you know what, the supply was too high. What they're going to do is they're going to burn it. They're going to try to burn as much as possible. But again, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter because if you look at circulating supply and look at the total supply, okay, they have burned so far only 3 billion coins. They still have 97 billion coins, okay, in total supply. That's what they still have. And look at the circulating, just 33 billion. So only 30% is there. The remaining is still not released yet. Only God knows what they are going to do. If they decide to release the rest of it, y'all will find out the hard way. Okay, but anyways, it's up to you, right? You can invest in it. For me, those are the things that I look at. When I look at that, you see that they still have over 60 billion coins that has not been released yet. So yeah, I don't know. Well, let's watch and see. Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's start first with King Kaspa, KAS. What do we have going on here? We do have for the past hour 0.5% down, 0.8% down on the day, 6.1% down on the week, 8.2% down on the month, and 48.9% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $2.22 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $30.78 million. Okay, now we look at QNT, Banker's Coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We are up 0.1% the last hour, 1.5% up on the day, 4.8% down on the week, 13.3% down on the month, and 59.8% up in the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.50 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $12.91 million. Now we look at the Japanese Bitcoin, Jasmine, what we got going on that camp. We have 0.1% up the last hour, 1.4% up on the day, 9.3% down on the week, 6.2% down on the month, and 24.3% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $707.74 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $16.11 million. Jesus Christ, that volume is so low. It is so low. Anyways, yeah, let's continue. We have Cubic, high risk, high reward. We have 0.2% down the last hour, laying flat on the day, 12.1% down on the week, 9.7% down on the month, and 34.7% up on the year, sitting at a market cap of $291.79 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $4.07 million. Now let's go look at the total. Let's see what the total is doing. So yeah, Bitcoin has started to pick up steam. That's why you saw most of the altcoin that we talk about, Quant, Jasmine, and the rest of them, they have started to pick up steam. Like I told you, your money is on utility coins. But anyways, you see, Bitcoin is up 0.1% on the last hour, 0.2% up on the day, 5.2% down on the week, 8.4% down on the month, and 83% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.16 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $38.51 billion. Now, those of you who paid attention, like I told you, there is a CME gap up there. I think it's at $119,000. That's where it is going. So pay attention. Like I said, for me, I believe the month we're about to enter, Bitcoin is eyeing that $150,000, $160,000. Okay. After that, let's reevaluate the market and see. That might be the top or might not be, but we will reevaluate the market because things are looking very, very ugly for the macroeconomy. That's how simple it is. Okay. Anyways, now let's go look at prices in details. Let's see what the market has been doing. To do that, you need Trading View, which is this my good friend right here. Let's see Dixie going down, Bitcoin going up. Okay, that's what we want to see. We want to see them having that inverse correlation. Perfect. Now, if we see here, we're gonna start with Kaspa. Kaspa on the hourly. For those of you that trade on the daily, this is for you. For me, yeah, I don't trade. I'm not a day trader. So let's try to see here. If I grab a trend line, let's try to trace the resistance. Let's see if it broke out or not. Resist. Interesting. It looks like Kaspa broke out on the hourly. Okay, this is for day traders. Looks like it went above and it's coming back for retest and then start to go up from there. That's what it looks like. Okay, yeah, for you guys day traders, if I was a day trader, I would try to look for an entry and try to see where it goes from here. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, let's see if the same thing is happening. Let's zoom it out. Let's zoom it in. Yeah, it looks like it is. It looks like Kaspa is retesting the resistance, turning it into support, and from there it is going to go. Look at the ribbon; it is still spraying out. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's still spraying out. That means sooner than later it will begin to curve. Maybe by the time it begins to curve, price action will be inside the ribbon. That's what it looks like. Look at the moving average. It looks like it is starting to get flat, to start to reverse. But just like I always told you guys, price always get attracted to moving average. So yeah, you guys got to watch out for that. And for me, another thing that I saw here when I was looking at this chart earlier is like it looks like Kaspa is on the 4 hourly is trying to form that double bottom. You see, we came down bottom on the same, almost on the same price action up there, and it came back down. So it looks like it's trying to form a W, which now we have to see if it breaks that 9.1 cents. Yeah, it will go up. It will be considered as a go time. But yeah, let's watch. It's the weekend. Bitcoin is doing better, and you guys already know when Bitcoin move, everybody move. So yeah, if you look at it on the daily, the same thing is happening here. The only difference is that on the daily we have the ribbon turn red. That's the only thing here. But again, look at it. If you put, yesterday we did put a trend line. You see how it was going up here, and another trend line as resistance, which looks like Kaspa was busy forming this symmetrical triangle, going this way, another one going that way. That's what it was busy forming, which means that yeah, if it is forming a symmetrical triangle from where we are standing right now, it looks like we are past 60% of this triangle, and the breakout to the upside is much more likely to happen. Okay, but yeah, let's watch and see. For me, like I said, for me, price target are still the same. You are gonna have to watch for 12 cents. It's a huge resistance at 12 cents. It was a huge support before we broke below it. 12 cents, then you have 15 cents, then 18, 19 cents, and after that you do have the all-time high, and then price discovery. Okay, everybody's watching Casplex, including myself. I've been checking their X account, trying to see if there is any kind of updates. Although you know the testing is not going to be a 24-hour thing. Let's see. Maybe they started testing it, and let's see how many rounds they are going to do it. It's better for them to come out correctly than come out and then crash the whole thing, like happened with the KRC20. I'm pretty sure they learned their lessons after that. Anyways, Now let's go to the Quant Q&T bankers coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. Let's go there right quick, and we see, like I was telling you guys yesterday, I told you ribbon was curving. That's the first sign that tells you that, yeah, we are at the bottom and this thing is about to reverse. Ribbon was curving. Right now it is still red, but it looks like it is about to turn green. Okay, the wink moment, like I told you guys. Okay, for you, those of you who are day traders, look at the ribbon. It was curving. It is still red, but it's still curving. Price will get attracted to moving average. For those of you scalping, yeah, you already know what to do. Okay, now if you look at it on the 4 hourly, it's even more bullish, because if you can see, it hasn't curved completely, but it is showing the same signs. It is going, like I told you guys yesterday, when you look at it, it looks like, just like Kaspa, it was forming a double bottom. You see 1 and 2, it was forming a double bottom. That's what it looks like it's trying to do. Okay, so ribbon again, look at that. Instead of falling the way it was doing here, look at that, it's spraying out. It began to spray, which means the same thing that is happening on the 1 hourly is what is about to happen on the 4 hour. It looks like it's about to curve and it's about to go. Price always gets attracted to moving average, and you're about to see it. Okay, if you look at it on the daily, now you see, okay, it is still spraying. On the daily, it is still spraying. It hasn't started curving yet. But the good thing here, we can see, let's see if the price is going to get supported by the moving average. Just like I told you, okay, it doesn't matter whether up or down, price always gets attracted to the moving average. Now it got there. Let's see if it's going to bounce from here and keep on going or not. For me, price targets are still the same, because when you look at the RSI and you look at MACD, everything still looks very bullish for Quant. Just like right now, as you can see, this is on the weekly. Despite the price falling, look at the ribbon, still green, and it's still going up. So yeah, price targets are still the same. For me, 125 is the best, is the first resistance. After that, we do have that 151, which is the target of this move that we are in right now, 151. After that, 164, then you have 176. If we close a daily candle above 176, start looking for $230 Quant price. After that, all-time high will be very, very easy attain, and then price discovery. Okay, so yeah, things are playing out. Just be patient and sit right there. Jasmine, we're gonna skip again. Like I said, for me, Jasmine, I need to see Jasmine above 2.3 cents. Let's see how it's going to react when it gets above that. But I think once Jasmine breaks 2.3 cents, it is going to be moon time. Okay, anyways, now let's go straight to the total Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yesterday I told you guys the same thing. Like, hey, those of you who were busy crying about it, it was a fake out, because I started seeing this. It was busy, started to curve, just like you see. Look at the ribbon, right? Price has started to go in. Normally, by the time this thing curves completely, this thing will be above the ribbon. Again, price always gets attracted to the moving average. There is a CME gap around that 117, 118,000, I think it is around there. You will see it. Okay, once you see it, you will know that these CME gaps, guys, they usually get filled. They usually get filled. There's no way you are going to go up there and then return without getting filled. There's a CME gap there, and I think it was on the way down something, because right now I'm using the Heiken and Hashi candles. You are not going to be able to see it. If you look at use normal candles, yeah, you will see it better. But anyways, there's a CME there, and Bitcoin is looking to go through there. I told you guys it was a fake out. Somebody was trying to manipulate the market, and that's what they were trying to do. But anyways, if you want to follow, great. If you don't want to, that's also great. We will see where we go from here. For me, I still stand by it, and I still think that Bitcoin is going to be at that 150, 160,000 by the end of next month. You're about to see. Well, let's watch and see, right? On the daily, again, everybody else is telling you like, oh yeah, look at the ribbon, it has started to turn red. And again, this is a fake out, because if our good friend Jerome Powell Shoes comes out today and tells everybody and their grandmama that, yeah, we are cutting rates, this will not matter. This right now is people trying to front run the market, and I'm telling you, it's going well. Watch out and see. You're about to see this thing start to take off to that 150, 160,000. Those of you who's been following my channel, you already know I do have the end of next month, which I want to watch. I'm going to watch the end of next month like a hawk. I want to see like a hawk what these people are doing with the macroeconomy. Because yeah, it depends on their moves. We will be able to say, is it time to close shop or if it is not? Okay, that's what's happening in that camp, and that's why I do have that red line right there. If it is time to close it, we'll close it and move on, start shorting Bitcoin. If it is not, then yeah, we'll keep it open. But yeah, the odds of us closing shops are greater than those of keeping it open. Yet I will exercise my patience and I will watch the market. That's what I will do. Okay, anyways, now let's go look at my positions. Okay, but before we do that, like I always say, please do not get into leverage positions if you don't know what you're doing, because leverage trading, my friends, is the easiest way for you to lose your money. So please do not leverage trade if you don't know what you're doing. I cannot teach you. I don't know anybody that can teach you how to leverage trade. But if you want to learn, you need to go through the trials and errors. That's the way, the only way you will learn. Down below, I do have the Bydfi, which I recommend for beginners. They're not going to give you big money, but it's beginner friendly. Phemex, Margex, they're also down below, and you have Wix Exchange. Wix Exchange gives you over $30,000. Okay, you've signed up bonus, but you have to meet their deposit requirements. You have to meet that. Once you do, they give you $30,000. If you get the $30,000, please just take $100 out and practice, because if you don't practice, my friend, Rec City will be too small for you. Maybe they have a Rec City in Mars. Maybe that's where they're going to send you. I don't know where you're going to go. Okay, but anyways, you need to practice, and this right now, with the market being like this, is the best time to practice how to leverage trade. Seriously, when you're confident enough, then you can start with big amounts of money. Anyways, now let's go right quick. And yeah, before I forget, if you want to teach your children, or if you want to do it for yourself, I'm doing it for my son. I'm trying to teach my son how to leverage, how to start investing. I'm using Acorn, and Acorn is a link. It's a link below. You can also follow you. When you sign up using the link, you're going to get $5, and you can start with that. I'm teaching my son how to invest in ETFs, how to invest in in bonds and stuff like that. So far, you guys do remember when I started. Okay, so far this is really paying out, because hey, he is using his own allowance. Okay, he's using his own allowance to invest. So as you guys can see right now, yeah, his account has grown. You guys remember, started this like not even a week ago, and he had like what, $50 or something like that, or $70, I forget. But right now we're already up there. We're already up there, 126. Imagine by the time he's 20, right now he's 9. By the time he's 20, if he keeps it up, this account will really be something else. Just keep it up. This is a good way to introduce yourself or your children into stocks and ETFs trading. If you want to know what we're dealing with, his account right here, let's see what we're investing in right now. See his portfolio. We're into stocks. We have 4 stocks ETFs: VOO, which is the S&P 500, IJH, IJR, and IXUS. Those are the ones we are investing into. And then if you look at the bonds, we're into ISTB, and we also AGG. So yeah, those are the bonds that not too much. Since he's a kid, I'm trying to introduce to it I'm trying to introduce him into investing in the early ages of life. As you guys can see, he he spread his little money out. Okay, it's funny to watch him do it. I wish I had somebody to teach me this when I was 9 years old, but oh well, it's my job as his father to teach him how to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so yeah, it is really playing out good. He's learning, he's showing interest, and that is very good. That's very good. Now I know, like I told you, generational wealth. I'm going to start it, and he's going to continue from wherever that I reach. Okay, when Mario decides to call me. Anyways, yeah. Now let's go look at my positions right quick. First, we're going to start with my Bydfi. There, you guys know I am trading King Kaspa, and I am also trading Quant. Today, my overall, I'm sitting at $11,700 approximately. And if you look at my contracts, you will see that here, my Kaspa, I am still down 55%, which is $5,000 approximately. And my Quant, yeah, break even. I'm not up, not down. That's 0.5, which is $61. You can pause this, and if you want to look at my positions, that's up to you. Okay. Now, next one is going to be on Phemex. Phemex, I am trading King Kaspa and the Japanese Bitcoin. As you can see, today I am up $7,900 approximately, almost $8,000. And if you go look at my positions, you will see that here on Jasmine, we're still down 73%, which is $8,000. And on Kaspa, I am also still down 5%, which is $242. Okay, we're waiting for the next leg up to take off. It might be the last leg up for Bitcoin, who knows? But yeah, we are getting there, right? Anyways, like the same thing, you can pause it and you can look at my numbers if that's what you are interested in doing. And now we go look at last but not the least, come on, I can't speak today. Last but not the least, which is a week's exchange. Today, as you guys can see, I am there at $4,700 approximately. Here I am trading King Kaspa and Quant. Okay, look at my contracts, you will see that here on Quant I am up $1,200. Okay, not bad. It's still doing good. And on Kaspa I am up $124. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, like I said, market taking a breather. And I know a lot of people will be asking what is going on with my position. The whole truth here is simple. I am an aggressive trader. I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term. Long-term meaning when I feel the bear market is over with, I usually open up my long positions. Okay, that will keep them open for the next year or two or something like that. Let's see how high it goes, right? When I feel like the bull run is over with, I will open my short position for the entire bear market. I don't DCA in, don't DCA out. And also another thing you will notice, I trade at 50x and I don't use stop loss. That's just me. That's the way I feel comfortable. Please don't do it like me unless you know what you're doing. Okay? Anyways, guys, again, remember, Kaspa is not just the spur of the moment. Kaspa is generational wealth. The same thing with Quant. If you're looking for that generational wealth, those are, for me personally, is what I'm looking at. I'm not your financial advisor. If you want to look at them, great. If you don't, it's okay. Okay? Guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe. We are now 2,000 subscribers. That's something really good. It feels good, okay? But yeah, the goal is to try to get to 5,000 subscribers, okay? Don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything that we talked about today. And also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we can see these videos and the family can grow. Because again, like I always say, you never know what you're going to learn from a stranger. You never know. You don't know where your blessings is going to come from. But just being greedy, you miss a lot of blessings. Like now, I'm making this video, I don't get paid for them, hoping that my blessings might come from you. One day I meet you, one day you meet my children, I never know. But one thing I know is that I am not going to hide an opportunity when I see one. I will share it. Anybody who wants to listen, great. If you don't want to listen, that's also great. But anyways, until I see you in my next one, guys, this is my millionaire journey. We are here to go from zero to a millionaire status. You better pack your bags, because Kaspa, my friends, Kaspa, Quant, Quanti, don't say I didn't tell you, okay? Till I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.